Good morning, everyone. Got your coffee? I got mine. And in a 90s kind of world, I'm glad I got my girls. A little piece of Black American culture for you this morning. Yesterday, I swept behind my refrigerator, pulled my stove out, got that all cleaned, mopped my kitchen floors real well. I put a lot of shit in my mop border. Do y'all? I do. Pine Sol will be the last thing I put in it, but I put a lot of stuff in my mop border because I like my floors to be clean. You know, I got this thing, some kind of device that's supposed to help you with your floorboards, you know, because I'm older, I'm heavier now, but you know, I still like a clean house, you know what I'm saying? I still enjoy a clean house. And I use this thing, and when I tell you that was $20 gone down the garbage, that shit didn't help me do nothing. I wish I had it in here so I could show it to y'all. Don't buy that thing. That thing with this is shaped like a triangle, that new little thing that they're pushing. It don't worth nothing. You're going to still be on your hands and knees. Anyway, when somebody builds a better mousetrap, though, I'll tell y'all about it. But that ain't it. That ain't it. Anyway, listen. And then I got a Costco order in yesterday in the middle of all that cleaning. And I got to put it up today. I got to get this room situated today. That's what I got to do today. My den, office / music room. I got to get this situated today. And my husband is off today so he can help me. So I won't be doing it by myself. Yay! Anyway, let me tell you what I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about monitoring spirits. I do. We've talked about it before, but I want to go in depth about what a monitoring spirit is, because we all know them. We all have them. Monitoring spirits tend to be nosy people. Monitoring spirits and it goes beyond nosy, I think, but they are nosy people. They are the people who mind business that doesn't belong to them, and business that they absolutely positively just should not be a part of, but they insist on doing it because they are monitoring spirits. They either want to watch your moves, your money, your significant other, your relationship, or just your overall your life. You know, they're fascinated with the moves you're making, and they're constantly monitoring you. And monitoring spirits, let me tell you, they mean you no good. They mean you no good. Monitoring spirits are the reason why I created the room. I'm going to leave the link for the room down in the comments because more and more people are asking me about the room. But look, while we're talking about the room real quick, there are going to be black people that can't get in the room because I can't verify your blackness. You may look black, you know, to yourself, but on paper, when we go through your profile, it's all kittens and puppies and poems and shit. There's no actual pictures of you. There's no actual pictures of your family. I can't see your black friends. I can't see the receipts of the black things that you have done, and you know, around and about in your community. I can't see black community. And if I can't see that, I have to deny you, because I promise you there will be white people who will try to get into that space because they are monitoring spirits, and these are the monitoring spirits I want to talk about today. Look, something else I want to really get off my chest because it's bursting. When I first started my social media endeavor over here, a lot of people follow me over from TikTok. And TikTok, you know, don't get me wrong, I've always been a pro-black person, but here over on YouTube, I really kind of just doubled down on it. And over in the room, I've tripled down on it. We even blacker over there. By the way, that conversation that we left off and took over to the room the other day about how we feel about all of this racial injustice that's going on and how harmful it is to black people, that was a great conversation. I wished more black men would have engaged in that conversation, because in some instances you all are more targeted than we are, but it was really good to hear such open and honest dialogue coming from Black women. And I really appreciate the openness and the intelligence of that conversation. Thank you so much for that. And I've been meaning to say that. But that's the reason why we built that space, because we know there ain't no white people there. But over here, this is a public platform, it's YouTube. Nothing I can do to keep white people out of here. I think that between myself and the moderators, we're pretty good at erasing their comments when they engage in our discussions that they know that they should not be engaging in, because first off, literally nobody is talking to you. But here's the thing that I want to get off my chest for the ones that followed me over here from another social media platform. I realize that some of you all have withdrawn your support. But when I say withdrawing your support, you're still here, mind you. But you don't do things like contribute to the platform or the library pantry anymore, or any monetary donations. And I want you to know that that's cool. More than enough Black people have my back in that. And maybe that's the way that it should be. Even though we let everyone participate with the library pantry, maybe that's the way that it should be. Okay? Because it has not gone unnoticed that you have withdrawn your support. Anything that I say about y'all being in this space, being monitoring spirits, is not a lie. It's not a lie. Y'all tune in. I got white people that tune into me every single day, every single morning, more faithfully than Black people do. And you think that you're hiding yourselves, but you don't, because my spirit can feel that you're here every single morning. Now, let me tell you what makes you a monitoring spirit and not an ally, because I know you listening to me. This is me talking to y'all this morning. Let me tell you, and it won't be a lie. Because if y'all here with this, I'm here to listen and learn bullshit. Let me tell you, that's bullshit. And let me tell you how I know it's bullshit. Because you come over here every single day, you peek over the fence to see what Black people are doing and saying. I guess that's your listening, learning. But you don't take what you've heard or what you've learned back to your community. There is so much work to be had and done in your community, particularly where racism and racial nuance is concerned. We talked about how the racial attacks are amping up against Black people. And I don't see you motherfuckers doing anything about that shit. If I tell the truth about some white person's racism in a comment section or in a news story or something like that, I get attacked by numerous racists. Numerous. And those allies, let me tell you, this is what they do. They may agree with what I'm saying, but they do not hold their people accountable. And that's what fucks me up. That's what gets me. How you all don't hold your people accountable. I'm over here all day, every day, holding Black people accountable. And y'all over here watching me and listening to me hold Black people accountable. Teach Black people. Show Black people a better way. Leading by example. I go over to y'all profiles and I don't see none of that work. I don't see no receipt, not none fucking receipt. Where y'all going back to y'all white communities and teaching white people how to be better, how to deconstruct from their racism. How to stop being harmful to Black people. And if y'all not teaching that, which is the bare minimum, you're not learning anything over here with us. You're just a monitoring spirit. calling yourself an ally. You're not an ally. Allies got receipt. Ally is an action verb, baby. Allies get in there. I know allies. Allies get in there and tear asses up. Tear them apart. I've seen allies at work. You're not an ally. You are a monitoring spirit. No less demonic than a lot of these other racist spirits. It is racist in and of itself to be over here with black people and not showing up and being a real ally to black people. And that is taking what you have learned from black people, going back over to your communities and make shit shake. If you're not doing that, you're not an ally. You, my dear, are a monitoring spirit. And you unfollowing me, pulling your support away, means nothing. Because let me explain to you. You weren't helpful to begin with. Because what's actually helpful is if you go over to your community and do that work. When black people are being attacked in the comments, the least y'all can do if you call yourselves an ally is to step in and check your people. And y'all not doing that. Very seldom do I see a white person not nowadays step in and check their people for some racist shit they said in the comments. And it must be lovely. It must be, because me personally, I don't have the luxury of deciding when and where I want to jump in to a discussion when the discussion is happening and it's being harmful and playing out right before my eyes. I don't have that luxury. When I see other black people, a sister or a brother being attacked in the comments, I'm jumping in. Every single time if they're being attacked by a racist, I'm jumping in. I don't have the luxury to just fall back. To lean into my privilege. And to not say anything. To keep the peace. Or not pull myself out of peace, rather. Because I don't want to be in it. One of mine getting attacked, I'm in it. I count myself an ally to the LGBTQIA community. I can't call myself an ally, only they can do that. But I do count myself as an ally. So when I see them getting attacked, whether it's online, in person, don't really matter, real life, it don't really matter. I'm stepping in. I'm stepping in every single motherfucking time. I'm stepping in. I don't have the luxury to fall back. Not as an ally. And black people will tell you that when I see my own community trashing that community, I hold them accountable. I hold them accountable. I let them know how that is a byproduct of white supremacy. And they are engaging, actively engaging in bigotry. And do they like it? No. Nobody wants to be held accountable. But I'm going to do it because it's the right thing to do. And as an ally, a supporter of that community, it's my job. So if I find myself in discussions with the LGBTQIA community, I stay quiet and I take what I learn from listening to them, actually listening to them. And whenever I have to chop heads off my own community, I do it. Or any other community, to be honest, I do it. Because ally is an action verb. If you are sitting here watching me and you are anything other than black, and you claim you are an ally, and you claim you are here to learn, yet you not checking your community when your community shows up being anti-black and racist, you are a monitoring spirit and you are no better than they are. Because it is the racism inside of you that makes you mind black business when you should be minding your own. Doesn't matter if you show up here pretending to not be harmful. Showing up here, minding our business, and then not applying that to your communities is racist. Because you shouldn't be here. Not if you're not learning how to advocate for black people when nobody's watching. You shouldn't be here. And you damn well know you shouldn't be here. And you should mind your own fucking business. And let black people figure out our shit without your presence. Because your presence here, in and of itself, is harmful. You're not learning, you're monitoring, because you are a monitoring spirit. And you are not going back and teaching your community how to deconstruct this anti-blackness. What you're actually doing is collecting the energy and harnessing the energy of black people for your own benefit. And then you go back to your community and you teach them how to be more harmful to us. That's what you're actually doing. And just be honest about that. So I don't need your financial support, baby. I got black people for that. And I don't need your fake allyship. I got real allies for that. And we don't need you here listening and learning. Not doing any real work. Again, we have real allies for that. And a real ally knows why it is so important for black people to have these spaces. Spaces where we can just be black without y'all. That is all that I have for today. If you would like to support the platform or the Library Pantry, I will leave my Cash App and Venmo down in the comments. Black people have a righteous day. Do something nice for another black person. Smile. Look another black person in the eye and smile and say hello today. Okay? Hello, neighbor. Hello, neighbor. Hello, friend. Hello, brother. Hello, sister. And don't make another black person's day harder than it has to be today. That's what you do for your own today and every day. Y'all have a good one. See you tomorrow.